What is up, guys? Thanks for hopping in early. Gotta get ready for my trip later. But want to knock out final stream of the year with you guys. What a crazy year. Hey, Aaron popped in. What's up, bro? How you doing? Is it the end of the year already? Yep. Echo that sentiment, brother. Little gift for the Europeans. A little bit of an earlier stream. Bro, Aaron, can you believe I hit 1,000 subscribers, bro? That's crazy. Otter Gang, what's up, bro? What's up, Curbstar? Yo, Bearded, I appreciate you being here since the beginning, brother. Much love. Hope next year's great to you, man. You're working hard. Same to you, Mikey. Much love, dude. I always see you killing it. Bull Runner, another OG in here, man. Thanks for being here. What's up, Nasim? Good to see you, boy. Oh, I will, dude. I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna rage my heart out. Reset. Come back in fresh for the new year. We're gonna absolutely kill it. Yo, drop a 1 in chat if you were bored by the price action today. I know I was. I wanted to give you guys like a banger trade to end out the year, but I was waiting on Solana to do this, and it never fucking did this. I wasn't really interested in the SFP short here just because of like where we're at, right? We have a lot of liquidity up here. It might play, you know? I mean, you could have taken it down here, but I wanted this JPOW to work out, but how awesome would that have been if we could have taken a JPOW trade at the end of the year, hit out a little banger, but instead we just get fucking blue balled here, and looks like a giant dick. All right. Crazy year, man. What's up, Mark Dutch? Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for supporting the channel. Appreciate you, bro. What a year it has been. I really need to make that JPOW video. I wonder how many people hear me say JPOW on the stream and have no idea what I'm talking about. That's my fault. Market looks like shits. Yeah, man. I mean, if we just look at some EMAs here, daily time frame, it looks like shit, dude. Bear flag, breakdown, retest. Yeah. I don't know if you meant today it looks like shit or it just looks shit in general, but I concur on both of those. Where you at, buddy? Arr. Yeah, dude, I got allergies, bro. Alright. we'll give people a little bit longer to come in since it's kind of impromptu stream this. Chat with you guys a little bit. I hope so, Aaron. This time's different. Hey, I like the kind words, James. Yeah, that's what we do here, bro. We just look at the levels, just look at market structure. I'm glad that you were able to take action off that call, man. That's all on you. I was asleep. Curbstar, are you the one who wrote that comment in Discord, man? Thanks for the kind words, bro. That was nice to read. Yeah, man, the Sunday market pulse strikes again, dude. Can't get above Boo Boo, right? Can't get above Boo Boo. Y'all have any questions or anything y'all want to talk about before we get into the Bitcoin TA here? Our goal for this year was to get to 1,000 subscribers, and we broke that in the beginning of December. Didn't even take all year. It's all thanks to you guys. Y'all make it all possible. This right here is what we call a tease right here. This is another tease. They teased you here, they teased you here, and they pull the rug under you. What's up, Zever? You are like the mom and pop shops of trading. We always appreciate those. Thanks, man. SMA Cam, thank you for the kind words. Merry Christmas, bro. I hope you have a great New Year as well. Happy to take the time, man. I love to see you guys winning. Low volume in crypto. Yeah, today has been just a fucking snooze fest. It's like watching paint dry, right? Literally watching paint dry. It's gonna go to the right. Alright, it's probably gonna be more of a laid back stream today because I kind of just want to talk to you guys. I mean, we could talk about Bitcoin, but there's not really that much stuff happening. I'll go over it real quick. So the 4 hour, we were talking about how the bias, we close out every stream the exact same way by zooming out and showing you this. It gets repetitive, I know, but there's a reason we show you this, and this is exactly why, right? So yesterday we were talking about how we were breaking out of the downtrending resistance and we were getting excited, but I was telling you guys the line in the sand for me is 90,500. We have to break above that. If we fail to do that, and you're looking for any sort of 15-minute market structure break to short to come back down, So what happens? We come back up there. You could have taken this 15-minute market structure break here, or the 5-minute break here, right? Break our 5-minute market structure here. What happens after we break the 5-minute market structure? Well, the bears take control. All of the liquidity from the way up comes and gets eaten, right? We have all this liquidity here. We get our 5-minute bear break, right back down, it gets eaten. And understanding that it's guilty until proven innocent would have kept you safe here from getting long at the top. And we just eat through all of our supports on the way down. Bart Simpson season, right? Bart up, sideways down. And we just continue this barting, scamming nonsense. What is the JPAL? Hey, chat, what is a JPAL? I'll show it on screen, but I want to see, I'll answer it. Someone knows it. There we go. I'll take that. Yeah, it's an SFE followed by a break of structure. So there was a failed one on Sol today. So if, so 15-minute. So whenever you have structure here and you set a high and then you SFP the low of that high, and then you come and you break structure to the opposite direction. So if this would have closed up here, this would have been a JPAL. There's an example that I always use. There's a lot of examples, like Bitcoin had one on the daily, so did Solana, so did Total. Total had one on the weekly. So like up here at the top on Solana, right, or at least the local top on Solana, we had a daily high, set a low, swept that daily high, SFP'd it, and then you break down in the other direction. It leads to big moves in the other direction, right? So you can also see one of the reasons that we were calling the market top back there was because of this SFP break of structure on the weekly, right? So this is a JPAL on the weekly time frame on Total, right? So you set a high, you set a low, you then SFP that high, and you break the low in the other direction. All right, so it's either like this or it's like this. What's up, V-Monitor? Appreciate you being here too, bro. You've been here for a while. You're always supporting in Discord and stuff. Happy New Year, brother. May 2026 be your year. Yeah, so that's what a JPAL pattern is. I'm gonna make a video on it. I promise. I keep saying that. I'm actually gonna do it. Let's see. And we could make the video live right now, but where was I on Bitcoin? Yeah, so it's a really good risk to reward on shorts up here because we know that if we break 90,500, we no longer want to be short. Oh, hold on, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. Dog got a little crazy. But yeah, so 90,500, we know that if we break 90,500, we no longer want to be short. So that's why in the market update, I said any 5 or 15-minute market structure break up here, I'd be interested in a short. We get that break, down we go. Now, why is that? Because we still have a week low below us. Where's the week low? The 4-hour week low is still down here at 84,380. I would anticipate that we come back down here. What would change my mind? A 4-hour break of structure above 90,500. Yes, I do see that we are getting a breakout retest of the downtrend line. However, I want to see some sort of structure break because right now, the problem with taking longs is that your 4-hour is bearish, your daily is bearish, and your 15-minute is bearish. So ideally, what would I want to see to take a long? Well, ideally, I would want to see what we see on Solana, right? So that would be a SFP of this low, and then maybe a break of structure of the high, or you could zoom in and get smaller time frame structure down here on the break of structure, like maybe we SFP it, and then we get a 1-minute break of structure. You can try to take that up to here. Or you can just wait for the SFP break of structure. I want to see some sort of bullish 15-minute market structure break. Otherwise, at minimum, I think we're coming here to 85,760. That's this previous demand zone that we've been looking for market structure breaks in pretty much this whole range. Why? Because this is the range that led to the initiation out, that led to the 90,500 move. So we'd be coming here. This stuff is all in the Sunday market pulse as well. I tried to set you guys up for the week since I'm not going to be here. I even gave like a short trade all the way up at 97,000 if we come back up there, but I don't know if we'll come up there. I'm also interested in a SFP of this 4-hour low, similar to the trade setup that we took here, right? And the trade setup that was given here, that I was asleep for. It's the same thing upside down, right? So to the upside, we SFP'd the high. We looked for a 5-minute market structure break here, and we came down, right? If we SFP the 4-hour low, you're looking for an SFP here, then like a break of 15-minute market structure, and a move back up to the 90,500 level again. That would be if we're going to remain in this range for even longer. 3 failed attempts to break out, so not necessarily the most bullish. That's why if you're going to take a long, you'd want to wait for some sort of structure change. If you want to get in on this, like let's say Bitcoin's going to go, and I mean you could argue this, right? So we did have like a 5-minute break, right? So we come above these 2 highs here, and then we get a golden pocket retrace, right? You could argue that that's a trade to take, but the 4 hours still bearish for me, so I kind of want to see a higher time frame. That's why, like, given the 2 options, if Bitcoin was going to go this morning, and like if it is going to go, right? If we are going to come try to attack some of this liquidity, I think the better option for me is Sol, because we would have a clear JPOW on here, right? Because we set a low, we swept that low, and then if we can get a close above 124, starts to look a lot better for me to come up and attack this liquidity. And see if we can come back, attack this 4-hour high again. Now, Sol, something we were talking about last night was that Sol was pretty close to breaking 4-hour market structure. Now, Sol actually gave you a really nice bearish SFP last night on the 4-hour, so you could have taken that. Did we get a break there? Yeah, so you get a 4-hour SFP, you get a bear break, and then you roll over. SFP would have been a little caution to get out here, but that trade was a nice setup too. Now, the problem is that SFP targets the low down here at 116.69-ish. Now, will we come all the way down there? It depends. Right now, market structure is still bearish, so we'll have to wait and see. But if we do get a close above 124, it does start to look a little bit better in terms of the chart versus Bitcoin, just because of the fact that we swept this low here. All right, so levels to the downside. I like a sweep of this. I like a market structure change inside of this demand box somewhere. And this is all in, except for the sweep of this is all in the Sunday market pulse. Or I like a 4-hour SFP of these lows, followed by a market structure change. Because remember, you don't get in on the SFP, you get in on the market structure break. Follows the SFP. Bitcoin dominance, brother. Yeah, we can look at that in a minute. Of course, James. Happy New Year, brother. Hey, 50 people in here. Thanks for coming in, guys. Last stream of the year. It's great to talk with you guys. On a JPEL, how long or how far does it occur? Like an immediate V shape. Kyrie dump to cause the break structure to be more aggressive. So they're not, I don't really distinguish them based on how like fast the reaction happens. I mean, obviously, like volume and momentum behind it is better, pretty much with any setup. But yeah, it's just a SFP break structure. Like the one on total, I mean, this setup took, hold on, the daily. Is this, okay, why does this look weird to me? Okay, yeah, so like this one took, oh yeah, so this one was pretty aggressive when we got the break of structure. Oh, it was the 80s. It was the 80 RSI line on the weekly. The JPOW was on the daily. But I think Bitcoin. Oh, what I'm thinking of? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. So like Bitcoin had, I need a cleaner chart. Yeah, so Bitcoin had this JPOW on the weekly, right? So we had our weekly structure break here. And this one took a while, right? So we SFP'd the high September 25th, and we actually broke down at the start of November. Then what happens, we break down at the start of November, we mitigate this weekly mitigation trade. Shout out to Barb, he caught this like an absolute gangster. So weekly mitigation short here, and then, I mean, straight down, right? So it doesn't really matter. Like, notice how it took 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. Like we SFP'd it a few times, and then we finally broke down. And then after we broke down, that's when you really get the move. So I think you're probably asking in terms of like the Solana trade, if I had to guess. But yeah, I would just be looking for a close above this. Since we have set a low after this, you could argue that, you know, you need to close above 124, but I would be happy with a close above 124.02, but we'll see. Yeah, it could definitely consolidate out still and still play. Yeah, it doesn't matter how long it takes. It just matters when you get the close. Yeah, I like writing out the Sunday market pulse. It also like kind of gets my head in the right headspace for the week as well. Hey man, thanks for the kind words. Thanks for always posting your profit logs, bro. It's really cool. Hey man, and give yourself some props, because nowadays when I'm looking at a trade, you're like already in the trade. Which is fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. Alright, we can talk about levels to the upside, so let's see. So 1 hour external structure is the same as well. So we have some supply here that we can mark out. Oh. We have some supply here to be careful of if we do come up. You could also just argue that this whole area from 88,700 is supply, which kind of lines up with this golden pocket here. So yeah, I would be a little concerned at previous lows here. Yeah. So we have our golden pocket area here around like 88,900, and then we would have a big supply concern at like 89. So really, again, like it's kind of the same idea as before, right? If you're coming up to like the super premium of the range here, and you're failing to break 90,500, you're failing to flip structure, then really any kind of 5-minute break up here is going to cause a reaction that's going to bring us back down. If you're a bull right now, you're really hoping that 90,500, that like we bounce off this trend line, come up, 90,500 breaks, and then we can talk about coming up to like 97,000-ish. But yeah, you guys have the levels to the downside. Demand SFP or 4-hour SFP. And then to the upside, looking at like 89.4 and 88.9. Or, of course, keep in mind, totally possible that we just SFP the 4-hour again. we kind of played tag with it here. We didn't quite SFP it, so we could come up again and SFP it before going lower. This, I mean, we have a weak low below us on the 4 hour, guys, down here at 84.3. So just be careful. We're kind of in the middle of the range here. If you get structure, you can take it long, but I wouldn't really be longing this without structure. I'd be waiting. If anything, if you're long, you should be telling me that you're long because of the 5-minute structure break here and that your stop loss is under the low. But I would prefer 15-minute since we're... I mean, there's only so many times we can come up here and get rejected before we liquidity grab down. How's your coin doing, Bearded? How's night? I thought I added it. Oh, I did. Hey, look at that. Bearded, are you still holding from like, what was that, 40 cents or whatever? Or 4 cents? That's fucking awesome, bro. You have a moon bag or something? I think it'll at least retest the highs. Yeah, so you got a 15-minute bear break. Golden pocket, you come down, you break the 15 back. Oh, we talked about this last night. Has it just been... So we talked about last night how no real shorts unless you break this high and break the low. If you close above this, then you've got new 15. You close above that, and then you just retest the highs and continuation up. Interestingly, right now, you actually had another 15-minute bear break, and now you're this golden pocket retest. Yeah, now you're golden pocket. So you did have a bear break on the 15-minute all night, but keep in mind, like, the 4 hours bullish. It's a new coin. There's a little bit of caution if you are in longs. A little bit of caution. If we break this and we have a confirmed downtrend on the 15, I would expect it to come back. But that's okay, right? I mean, we got a lot of liquidity in here. Man, this coin is ripping. Hey, what's up, Cuban? How you doing, brother? Happy New Year. Yeah, there could be a little bit of a pullback here on night. Yeah, if you're in on night, you want to see Bitcoin break these highs. Come on, Solana, you can do it. Let's give everyone a trade before we take off. Are any of y'all in any trades? Let me know in chat. You're long on Zcash? Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm excited for 2026. We'll set a goal of like 5,000 subs. You're long on Zcash? So we talked about this SFP last night, then you broke up and then you broke bearish, then you get the pullback, you come down, you break bearish, come down, you break back bullish here, continuation, and we could look for like golden pocket here. Yeah, if this trend line breaks here, you could look for a pullback to golden pocket. Get a new 15-minute low. I kind of want my TA back. What did I do? Okay, what are we looking at here? This. Yeah, we were looking for an SFP break of structure here, but we actually got the break of structure here. The short would have played from here to here. What are we looking at on the 4 hour? You're getting closer and closer to this overhead resistance here. Still have a lot of liquidity below you. You could look for like another SFP and break of structure, but it doesn't look bad right now. Yeah, let's put our golden pocket back on there. Let's clean this up a little bit. Yeah, not bad, man. See why you're long. Especially like if this trend line is gonna hold, then you could get a pump like now, right? You'd have to if you want this trend line to hold. You got to be back up at like 550 by, what is that? By like 9:45. It'd be a little pump now. From 527. Nice. You got long in here. Yeah, bro. I mean, if this trend line breaks, you might take some profit, but otherwise, I mean, you're coming back up to the highs. And you should know about that. And like, I would wait for 2 candle closes outside of this, but if this momentum breaks, then you're probably coming right back to pretty much your entry. So, something to be aware of. Daily golden pocket. No, this is just like a leftover golden pocket, but it might be there. Hold on. $587. Yeah, so that's the problem, right? Is that you had what was that, a 4 hour break? Yeah, but then you immediately broke it back bullish. What about 8 hour? Yeah, you had an 8 hour bear break that you didn't break back bullish. And the problem with that is that you're approaching, yeah, so you're pretty much spot on, bro. So if you get up to like this downtrending resistance line, like let's say you pump up to 587-ish, I would be out here. At least take profit here. Because it's similar, this gives me similar vibes to like what virtuals did whenever we were taking the similar trade, like swing trade on virtuals. So like, I always add an S on there. So it's a kind of a similar vibe to this, right? So you had like the 8 hour break of structure down here, and then we took the long back up to the golden pocket, right? So when you have a structure break and then you come back to the golden pocket, you would anticipate a move back down. So just be careful with that golden pocket, especially since on Zcash you also have like a downtrending resistance level at that area too. So I would be interested in shorts up here if we get like 15-minute market structure break here, failure to break out. I'd be interested in taking shorts at this previous resistance line. I might set an alert there. Golden pocket. But I mean, it'd be really cool for your long if this trend line can hold and we can push up to the golden pocket. Be like another 10% on your trade. Be pretty cool. Long small amount at 87 on Bitcoin. All right. You got your stop under this low? You got the 5 minute on your side. Oh, you took this, Barb. Hell yeah. Well, good luck, man. I hope it works out. I mean, Solana's got your back if it can break out. Yeah. Remember, my claws are out. Viewing it as a retrace to the golden pocket to go lower. Well then, what do you need me for, bro? Well done, man. Yeah, that's how I view it as well. Wait for structure, of course, of the golden pocket, but yeah, I see similar. Oh, 12-hour blood diamonds. We're going to 0. So, like, let's go to, the thing that gets a little worrisome, right, is this was supposed to be the daily candle that breaks out of this, like, we wanted a strong daily close. Like I was talking about in the market pulse, we wanted a strong daily close. The problem is if we fall back under this trend line on the daily, I mean, if we just project out, that puts us January 26th, like if we're still following this downtrend, back at the lows. Or January 11th, like back at the lows. So if you're a bull, you really want this trend line to hold, right? Which you could say we're breaking out, retesting, and then going. Which is why I'm interested in the Sol trade. And Barb, this 5-minute trade could turn out to be a banger, bro. If we don't sweep this low and it goes, dude, fortune favors the bold, brother. But I didn't take it. And you guys can still take this. I'm pretty sure we're like right at the golden pocket right now anyway. I would rather see a sweep of the low. But this could play for sure. Could definitely play. Yeah. This is the trade I think Barb is in. Yeah. I see it. TP1 at the highs. Problem for me is that this daily candle looks like absolute dog doo-doo. Like every time we come up here, the bears are just rejecting us. Like it's like a trident, right? You have like your pole. It's like a trident. Aquaman's taking a stab at the market. He's trying to hold us up, but the bears are knocking the trident down. Yeah, this daily candle looks like absolutely dog shit. Topping tail. But it's got to hold here for the bulls. It's got to hold here where we're going for the lows. Aquafresh. Looking for Monday range to be taken? Yep. I mean, as long as the 5 minute stays bullish, hopefully you guys are alright. I really want to see this Sol trade confirm. That's what's kind of got me on edge about the Bitcoin trade. Is like, You got a really clean SFP here. You're just going sideways. If you guys start to see Sol pushing and closing above here, then Bitcoin has, in my opinion, looks a little bit better. What about, did we get a sweep of the low on ETH? We haven't got this play yet, so this would be a 4-hour close above here. We can hide this for now. We did come back to the demand that we were looking at. Yeah, the problem is ETH hasn't swept the low either. So we don't have any structure on ETH. I wonder if we even have 5-minute on ETH. No, we don't even have 5-minute on ETH, so ETH just retests supply. And we get a dump out of that. Yuck. Yeah, 5-minute break last night. Down we go. Little head and shoulders. You don't expect the changes to the end of January? Why the end of January, bro, if you don't mind me asking? Gann cycles. Yo, what's up, Alex? Yeah, man. It's watching paint dry tonight, bro, today. I wanted to leave them off with one more trade before I take off, but doesn't look that way. Watching fucking paint dry. Alright, guys. Well, we've been live for about 45 minutes. I just want to say thank you guys for all of your support this year. We cracked 1,000 subscribers. It's fucking awesome. We're going to come back in the new year and keep killing it. Shout out to Barb. Shout out to V-Monitor. Shout out to Bearded. Shout out to Mikey. Shout out to all you guys who are active in the Discord. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you join the free Discord. Shout out to Aaron. Aaron's been around for fucking ever. You guys have the levels to the downside. Say it one more time for all you guys joining late. Sweep of the low. This demand range from 85,760 to 84,388, or an SFP of the 4-hour low followed by a 5-minute break of structure. The two of these trades are in the Sunday market pulse, so if you check the Sunday market pulse, they're in there. Failure to break 4-hour structure again. Bear break down. We've got our golden pocket level at 88,900, and then we've also got this little supply up here. Bulls need this trend line to hold. Otherwise, if this trend line doesn't hold, this is a whack daily candle. This is awful. If we follow the trend line down, that puts us January 13th back at the lows. Just keep that in mind. Best case scenario if we fall back under this trend line again. And 4-hour structure remains at 90,500. If we come close to this structure again, this is the super duper premium of the range, right? That's why in the market pulse we were talking about any 5 or 15-minute market structure break in this area. What do we get? 15-minute market structure break in this area. Down we go. 5-minute market structure break. Down we go. So look for any 5 or 15-minute market structure breaks up here. If we SFP it, again, you're still looking for the market structure break after. If by some miracle while I'm gone, because I'm going to be away from the charts for 3 days, if we do break bullish on the 4-hour structure up here at 90,500, be extremely aware-ish up here at 97,000. This is your daily golden pocket. This is the previous lows of the range. We are still under boo-boo until 90,500 breaks. It's like I tell you guys all the time, if you want me to be bullish on stream, just prove it. Just prove it and I'll be bullish. Otherwise, this is why we're not bullish, right? We come up, what happens? We come up and boo-boo is like, ooh, fresh meat, bang, and hits us right back down. Ooh, fresh meat, bang. Ooh, fresh meat, bang. And that will continue to happen until the 4-hour flips bullish. Happy holidays, guys. Happy New Year. Tell somebody you love them. As always, my name is Wave Cipher. Much love. Trade safe. Wave Cipher out. See you guys next year.